Eche, OCO, Halito. Yo. So we got the Sand Creek Massacre. All right, facts, information, and articles about the Sand Creek Massacre, an event of westward expansion from the Wild West, the Wild Wild West, y'all. Then we got dates, November 1864. We know that's a year before slavery was so-called abolished. We got the location, it's Colorado, Colorado Territory, Kiowa County, Colorado. The commanders, John M. Chivington, weak ass, for the United States Corporation. Then we have the Cheyenne and Arapaho Indians, Black Cattle, right? Soldiers engaged. Soldiers engaged. 700 U.S. soldiers, 200 Indians. The indigenous was ready. We was really ready. Yeah, I said ready. I said ready. I said ready. Yeah, I did. We was ready. We was ready and with it. You feel it? Cool. All right, soldiers engaged, 700. We was really fucking them up. We was tearing them up, y'all. Tearing them up. They only engaged 60 to 200 of us. Is that true? Is that true? We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Casualties, 24 for the corporation, killed, 52 wounded, 52 wounded. Or was it, put a zero on there on both numbers? And was it 240 killed, 520 wounded? Or was it 520 killed and 240 wounded? Or was it 52 killed and 20? Y'all get it. Then we got the Indians, 70 to 163 killed. Huh. It's already seeming a little, these numbers are seeming a little icky, you know? Because if we're talking about the Sand Creek Massacre, right? And we're talking about Cheyenne and Arapaho Indians, we know Cheyenne was a big band of tribes, bro. Big band, big band. Big bands, you know, when you got 20 racks, or you know, when you got like a bunch of rubber bands, big rubber bands, and they pop and they snap. So we have a band of those. Cheyenne, man, Arapaho, cool. So let's get back into it. The United States Army massacres Native Americans, or did they massacre indigenous? Did they massacre indigenous Americans? Slow down, man. I'm really excited about this. It's like take three. Trying to be honest with you. You want to get it right so bad, you know, you want to shed this light so bad on everything that's going on, everything that happened. The ancestors put it on your mind to do it. It's been burning on my mind for weeks. So I'm just trying to get it all together, man. I'm fired up, passionate, you know. So we got the Sand Creek Massacre summary, and this is just a short article. Now here we got this longer article, right? So it's like you can already tell, and here it's gonna be some hijack, and here, boy, the plane gone, man. The plane gone, and they sent that overboard. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Okay, so they massacred Native Americans. But say, hey, if they massacred the Native Americans, you know, the natives, some Native Americans, like the hijackers, the Mongoloids and stuff, we ain't too worried about that. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. Cool. On November 29, 1864, 700 members of the Colorado Territory militia embarked on an attack of Cheyenne and Arapaho Indian villages. The militia was led by U.S. Army Corporation Colonel John Chivington, a Methodist preacher, as well as a Freemason. There's something going on here, right? You got to dodge this hijack right here. Methodist preacher. So he had that Bible in one hand, right? And he had that gun in the other. And he had his little beret on, his beret or whatever they like to call those things. You know, his fatigue. He was in his fatigue, but he was preaching as well as a Masonic man. He was not no Freemason. Freemasons are builders, man. Freemasonry. If you look at what Freemasonry is, you're gonna get to the fact that it's about building things. They don't build, they destroy and they inherit and they steal. They didn't even inherit it. They're not heirs. They're thieves. They're thieves, man. They're thieves. Let's get into it. After a night of heavy drinking by the soldiers, Chivington ordered the massacre of the Indians. Of the Indians. Of the Indians. Of the Indians. Why do we have Native Americans here? Of the Indians. Of the Indians. Dodge the hijack, man. Over two-thirds of the slaughtered in Maine were women and children. Over two-thirds of the slaughtered in Maine. Okay. See, I be trying not to get too fired up about things like this, but I be seeing people just sitting around, man, acting like we didn't lose most of our ancestors. My ancestor was 4 years old when he was on the Dawes Road. So what does that say to you? Babies were being claimed as if it was an orphan movement or something like that. Like, nah, bro, y'all slaughtered us. The women and children that were remaining, That's what got me here today. That's what got you in here today, Indigenous One. That's what got you here. They slaughtered over 2/3 and maimed the women and the children. This atrocity has been known as the Sand Creek Massacre ever since. Like on some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man. This man got drunk with his 700 guys, and they all went together, and they were all like, "Let's take over this. Let's take it over" with their broken English. Punk ass man. Hey, hang on. Let's go. Let's get back. Hey, man, I'll go overboard, man. I like to go overboard sometimes, man. Get the passion into the house. We got that. We got that nature sounds of nature. What is it? Sounds of nature is that the ancestors singing. They under the water. They under the water. For years, the United States had been engaged in conflict with several Indian tribes over territory. Over territory? So y'all knew it was our territory? You still had the nerve to come over here and take our stuff, our things, our belongings? When I was in school, you took my stuff, you took my friend's stuff, my friend would whoop you. I would whoop you with my friend if I needed to, but most times I don't need to. But y'all gotta get whooped on, man, over territory? It's ours. Cool. The Treaty of Fort Laramie in 1851 had given the Indians extensive territory. We already had extensive territory. What did we give you? What did you give us? Extensive territory. Come on, man. But the Pikes Peak Gold Rush in 1858 and other factors had persuaded the U.S. to renegotiate the terms of the treaty. In 1861, the Treaty of Fort Wise was signed by Southern Cheyenne and Arapaho chiefs. Why they lowercase the chief, man? Why they lowercase the chief? See, if I work for the Forest National Park Service, they're going to uppercase that and call me a deputy chief, huh? They're going to call me a deputy chief, huh? Cool. The treaty took from the Indians much of the land. Hey. The treaty took from the Indians much of the land given to them by the earlier treaty. There was an earlier treaty. That was a treaty of Fort Laramie. There's a Fort Laramie here. There's a Fort Laramie in Wyoming. Wyoming is here. It's all connected. It's all connected. Hang on, I'm getting you some drop on this Fort Laramie thing, man, because Fort Laramie's in Wyoming, right? Fort Laramie's in Wyoming, but let me tell you this. Colorado and Wyoming are so close, bro. It's the same lands. I'm trying to tell you, I could drive and take a certain highway. I get to Wyoming in like an hour and a half, 2 tops, maybe shorter if I'm driving fast. So you took most of the land. You took much of the land given in the earlier treaty, right? And you reduced our size of the reservational land to about 1/13 of the original amount. So how much was it at first, man? Was it a full 13? Was it 13 of 100? Was it 13 of 50%? Was it 13 of 14? What was 1 of 13, man? Like the 13th Amendment, like the colonies, or where are we going with this? Them and that 13 number is real tricky. It's a Masonic order? Is it a Masonic number? Huh? You need to go get that drop on what's the difference between a Freemason and a Masonic man? Huh? The traveling man versus the building man? The one that can build stuff where he's at, he ain't got to go steal no land? Cool. Hey, although the peace-seeking chief signed the treaty, there we go again with that lowercase, signed the treaty to ensure the safety of their people. Not all of the tribes are happy with the decision. In particular, a group of Indians known as the Dog Soldiers, made up of Cheyenne and Lakota, were vehemently opposed to having white settlers on what the Indian. I had to double back, man. Hang on. I read this before I read it. Did I read this before I read it? Check this out. White settlers on what the Indians still refer to as their land. I've not found one book that said we never stopped. I've not found one book that said we ever stopped referring to this as our land. In real time, we still don't say this is their land. This is our land. The copper-colored Aborigines, the Aboriginal Nijis of this land mass, bro. What you talking about? What are you talking about? White settlers on what the Indians still refer to as their land. We were opposed to that. We didn't want you here. You're still here. Pass through, man. Pass through. In 1864, a group of Civil War soldiers under commander. Now he's a commander. He was just a colonel like yesterday, but now he's Commander Colonel John Chivington. Just call that man a colonel. He ain't commanding shit, bro. They stealing things. You're commanding your people to steal from our people, and you're bringing confusion. With the blessing of Colorado Governor John Evans, we got an Evans Street out here. Everything is named after these guys. John Chivington, John Evans, Chivington, Colorado, Evans Road, Evans Street, whatever you want to call it. You can call it anything. It's just a fucking name to a road, man. It's just a name to a road. Began to attack several Cheyenne camps in Colorado. So we're learning. What we're learning is maybe 100 troops each invaded a camp each, right? Nah, maybe so. Nah, kinda. Nah, all of them stormed all troops. All of them stormed all camps. All of them stormed our troops. We had troops just as much as they had troops. We had infrastructure just as much as they think they got infrastructure. We had it happening. It was all happening. It was shining. It was shining on us. Another attack on Cheyenne camps occurred in Kansas. In Kansas by forces under the command of Lieutenant George S. Eyre. These men, boy, they command. Well, I wouldn't give Colonel John Chivington the honor of being a commander or this Lieutenant George fella. Who is Lieutenant George? Like George Washington? It's a lot of Georges, man. The Cheyenne retaliated for the attack, furthering the aggression of the U.S. forces. Yeah, we pissed them off, bro. We gave them hell. And then they brought the reinforcements in. And then those reinforcements brought more reinforcements in. And those reinforcements brought more reinforcements in. And it keeps continuing. That's how we are where we are today. Do you understand that? Are you getting that? Are you getting that through your skull bone? As 432 say, are you getting that through your head bone? Are you understanding that? Are you understanding what's at stake here, man? We furthered the aggression of the U.S. corporational forces, man. So anybody tied to the corporation, I can't be messing with you. That's not personal, but it is personal and business. It's just business, but at the same time, it's personal. But it's business before it's personal, right? In an attempt to maintain peace, two chiefs, Black Kettle and White Antelope. I got to do some intel on this White Antelope. I don't know nothing about that right now. I'm learning, man. I'm learning. I'm not your master teacher guy. I'm not your master teacher, man. I'm just trying to give you the drop. Tried to establish a truce. They were advised to camp near Fort Lyon in Colorado. We know about a Lyon family. We know about the Lyons. We know about Empire. We know about the Empire. And fly an American flag over their camp to establish themselves as friendly. But they were never friendly, right? They weren't friendly, but they said, hey, if you fly this American flag over your camp, we'll believe you as friendly. But in that same breath, on November 29th, 1864, while the majority of the males were out hunting, Colonel John Chivington and his troops attacked the Indian campsite near Fort Lyon. This Chivington fella and his 700 troops, boom, right here, right there, right? Attacked the Indian campsite. Near Fort Lyon. More than 100 Indians were killed. Or can we say more than 1,000? Can we say maybe 10? Can we say 100,000? They were there. Despite the American flag flying overhead and the raising of a white flag after the attack began. So they wow, man. So we were just doing what they said. See, that's why you can't be messing with them. You are not able to work with any form of entity if they are among the corporation. You understand what I'm saying? If they are in that hierarchy, you leave them alone. You don't talk to them. You don't associate yourself with them. If you come in with the white flag, they're going to kill you. They're going to kill your women and your children, right? Most of the Indians killed women and children, and many of the bodies were mutilated. Hang on, we were out hunting, right? We were out hunting. That's what that said. That adds up because not even too long later, most of the Indians killed women and children, and many of their bodies were mutilated. We were getting mutilated, man. Y'all don't understand. The same war that was going on then is happening now. You got to understand that everything is land grab. They're even taking H2O rights. They're taking your H2O rights. What do you mean? They're telling you in California you need to have a 15% decrease. Lower it by 15% your water. You can't have no more water. As bad as you need that water. Despite eyewitness accounts, we shouldn't trust these. You should not trust eyewitness accounts. From survivors and some soldiers, Chivington and his men were not charged for the heinous attack. Or maybe they were charged and they were just let off because that justice fella or that justice lady, they're never there. When we need justice, they're never there for those heinous attacks. We be getting smacked up and we don't get no backboard. We don't get no backbone, man. They're fucking with our backbone. Fucking with our backbone, that's some code. Get to know code, man. Get to know programming. Get to know the HTML. Get to know embedded codes, man. Get to know that. But cool, let's get into this longer article, man. That hijacked city. I'm gonna go here, man. So they say, was Sand Creek simply another terrible episode in the long tragic tale of the white man's conquering of the Indian? Perhaps it was. But there are disturbing questions about the Senate committee hearings. Almost every reference to that action tells the same deplorable story. Yet, in later years, the people of Colorado welcomed Colonel Chivington. They welcomed Chivington. Chivalry. He ain't show no chivalry to us. We were proud to have him live among them. Live among us, be with us, and honored him by giving a town his name. Look up Chivington, Colorado, y'all. Go get that intel. Giving a town his name. And all of this was not because the former Methodist minister had been a Civil War hero. No, he's not a hero. You're not paint on a wall. You're not nothing, bro. You're not anything. You're not the nougat in a Snickers bar. You're not nothing. Soon after the shelling of Fort Sumter, South Carolina, in April 1861, John Chivington offered his services to William Gilpin, governor of Colorado Territory. Gilpin offered to make him a chaplain, but Chivington is supposed to have said, "I feel compelled to strike a blow in person for the destruction of human slavery." I feel compelled to strike a blow in person for the destruction of human slavery. Oh, you need to strike a blow in person? Huh? Is that what we need to do? We gonna meet up? Is our paths gonna cross one day, Mr. Chivington? Little guy, huh? So the governor appointed a major of a volunteer regiment. Cool. So you're basically getting like the in between of how they got to all this up here. And you're gonna read that down here, right? So once you get this intel, you're gonna see that this is all bad business, right? You're going to see that there was nothing good that could ever come from a foreign invader being on our land, and it's still happening today, and you're still shaking their hand, you're still talking to them, you're still ordering their food, you're still using their app, you're still shopping with their companies, you're still doing all the bull, you're still doing all that. That doesn't make sense to me. The most and the very most you should ever do is try to go get some go get some intel from them. How are they thinking? How were they really thinking? Because these stories are passed down, right? That's where history.net gets to get their info from. Stories that's passed down. You know? So, okay, let's get in. So some months later, the fighting parson was appointed colonel and put in charge of the newly created military district of Colorado. That's where we were at that up there. 700 troops came on all these villages, the Cheyenne and Arapaho. We were invaded, and then it was like, cool, we're going to take your stuff, we're going to take your belongings, we're going to take your things, nothing belongs to you. This is our land. We're going to take your 1/13 of land. Now you have nothing. Cool. The Indians had discovered these white people were no longer just passing through on the way to the far west as the 49ers had done. Are we talking about the San Francisco 49ers? Huh? Are we talking about the gold rush? Are we talking about, because we've been learning, I've been doing some intel, been learning about this. Most of them gold rushes, man, they were trying to get our antebellum mansions. Go look into them antebellum mansions. All you got to do is go to Louisiana mansions. You're going to find an antebellum style with the columns. They can't build that. What you have them build is the very things you see today. Oh, that house looks like this house. Oh, that house looks like that house. Oh, that house looks like that. They all built the same, duplicates, because they cannot build. They're not able to build anything. These intruders were farmers and cattle raisers and were appropriating traditional hunting grounds, tearing up the land with plows, and putting cattle on grasslands needed by the buffalo. Was it needed by the buffalo, or was it needed by you? Because we know your country sucks. That's why you're still here. We know your crown sucks. That's why you're here. You understand? We know you weren't farmers. We know you weren't cattle raisers. We know you never got it done. We know you couldn't find a needle in a haystack. But you give us that same haystack with that same needle inside, and I bet you we find that. Because the saying goes, it's like finding needle in a haystack. Obviously, somebody had to find that. It was pretty hard, but it got found, right? Cool, moving on. The Cheyennes and the Arapahos tentatively seemed to accept the situation, perhaps believing it was only temporary. Black Kettle actually went to Denver. He actually went to Denver on a friendly visit and was well received because he the homie, man. He apparently believed the whites would soon move farther west. That never happened. Black Kettle did say, however, that he hoped none of them would say or do anything to disturb his people, and that he hoped the whites would not stay too long. Would not stay too long. Would not stay too long. White people, the pale people, the lunch pails, they all gotta go. Understand, they all gotta go. They're never just being friendly. As soon as the red call go out, it's red alert, and then we out here getting smoked and sniped in the streets as we are right now. You think that's always us? You think we always killing our own Indians, man? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Because after all, it was Indian land. After all, it was uppercase Indian. It was Indian land, man. Period. They put a period behind it. There's no but. There's no but. It was passed on. There's no but. They made a good deal with us. There's no but. We intermingled into their families, and now it's our land. It was Indian land. It is Indian land, the land of the indigenous. Mama, we home. We don't need to go to Africa. We don't need to go to your spot. We're here already, bro. We're here, bro. And y'all didn't need to stay too long because it was Indian land. Oh, I gotta keep highlighting that. I'm gonna leave it highlighted. Indian land. Huh? The stage was set for tragedy. The Cheyennes were becoming more destitute and restive. They continued their time honored avocation of war against the Utes and the Pawnees because that's traditional, man. We honor our traditions. We go to war. We're warriors. That's why we have warriors today. I graduated from a school named the Spartans, right? I lived right by a school that was called the Warriors. Look up Montbello Warriors, look up Thomas Jefferson Spartans, and you'll get what you get. They frightened the white settlers as they passed on their way to raid the Utes. Of course we're gonna frighten you because we got our war faces on. You just better make sure you're not here when we get back, okay, Bob and Susan? You better make sure we're not back when you get back, okay? You better make sure we're not. Hey, you better make sure we're not back to get your back. Your scalp, your head bone, your skull bone, huh? But they frightened them even more on their return as they yelled and whooped and brandished Ute scalps because it's scalping season. It's scalping season, man. We got to get to it. We got to get to it, man. We got to take those scalps, man. We're taking heads off, especially what that means. There's a Utah Utes, right? We know about the Utah Utes. Did y'all know we got land out here for the Utes too? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that this runs very long? Did you know that most of the territory you walk on is Indian land? It's Indian land. You're nothing to us because it's Indian land. There's no India. This is India Superior. Indian land. There's no little India. That's what I mean. It's not little India. They're the little guys. This is Indian land, India Superior, home of the Khans, home of the Naga, home of the Dragon, home of the indigenous, home of the tribal people, not home to the Native Americans. All this up here, this native talk up here, this right here, man, you drop all that, man. You drop all that. You drop all that native talk, right? You drop all that native talk. Dodge the hijack. They trying to dodge. They trying to stop the intel. You drop the native, and what do you get? What do you get when you drop the native, huh? What do you get? Where do you find that? Indian land, brother. Indian land, sister. This ours. This ours. To continue. To continue. To continue. Small bands of Cheyenne and Arapaho warriors robbed homes and stole cattle, provisions, and horses. But is it stealing if it's ours? Is it ever stolen if it's ours? That old stole world is that old stole world, and the word in general is crazy. Stolen is a world and it's a word. There's a whole stolen world. If you are a foreigner, you're living in it. If you are a pale person, you're living in it. If you are Native American, you're living in the old land, the old Indian land. We ain't steal nothing from no freaking foreigners. We ain't steal nothing from no freaking natives. We ain't robbed no home or nothing. Bro, we simply coming through to collect what's ours. You want our shit? We coming to collect. You rent from us? We coming to collect. You need to borrow something? We gonna eventually come back and collect, and we gotta get that back. So y'all been borrowing the land for too long? It's time to get the fuck up out of Dodge or become a casualty. You don't want to become a casualty, huh? Indian land. Indian land. Do you want to be scalped? Do you want to be scalped? You want to be scalped? Oh, okay, cool. You want us to ride in on the horses, huh? On our light rail trains, huh? You want us to bring back that old technology y'all are using today? Oh, we can't bring it back because y'all stole it. Y'all stole it. Everything we do, y'all stole it. Only thing y'all did not steal from us is y'all fucked up ways, man. Yeah, we came by. We tried to get our stuff back, but you considered it stealing. So we couldn't even get our stuff back. Cool, continuing. Winter brought a little Indian activity. The Cheyenne and Arapaho war ponies were winterling, and besides, it was no fun to play war games cold weather. It ain't no fun to do no warring here, out here in Colorado. So that's why they go to the warm places. You need a war, you stay warm. Soldiers ain't ready for that. They even the soldiers that train today, they're not preparing for a real time battle. What does that tell you? We start preparing for real time battles. We'll be more ahead than their weak ass army because it was no fun to play war games in the cold weather. It was no fun to play war games in the cold weather. Tell them meet us in Alaska, bro, and we gonna take that over. Even though that's the native shit, we gonna take it over, and it's gonna become ours all over again, bro. Fuck all they shit. They ain't got nothing, bro. That's where they at now. You feel me? You feel me? They know it's no fun to play war games in the cold weather. So they're gonna tell you people are going missing in the triangle, the Bermuda Triangle, but they're not gonna tell you there's homes out there. They're not gonna tell you that that's the home of the Rupus Negra. They're not gonna tell you that nobody really goes missing. They're not gonna tell you that there's an underground tunnel system. Hey, never mind. Old time settlers said the peace during the winter was typical. The Indians always made peace in the winter to get government blankets and food. How did we always want to get government blankets and food if we were out hunting for our own food? We were out hunting for our own food. And you killed our women and children. Y'all know y'all gotta pay. Hey, y'all know y'all gotta pay, right? As long as y'all know y'all gotta pay. I don't want money either. Hey, how about that? I don't want a bag. You keep the bag. Take that shit to your foreign place. Go trade it in for euros, because that's where y'all going. That's where y'all going. Talking about we was asking for government blankets and food. Why not government blankets, comma, housing and food? Huh? Huh? Oh, because we already had the system. We already had a system of housing set up. We already had a system of food. That's why we were hunting to go get our own food when you killed our women and children. Huh? The women and children weren't in their own blankets when you were scalping and maiming them. Not so much as scalping, we were mutilating them. I mean, you were mutilating our children. You scalped our children too, but that's not the point I'm trying to make right now. Winter and peace did lead together. Cheyennes were hungry and they stole cattle on several occasions. Man, this is laughable, man. This was laughable, man. This, this. Hey, it was an excuse for the troops to be dispatched to punish the guilty, right? Still, the attacks on white settlers and travelers increased in 1863. Go check them wars. You better go look into the Chickamauga. You better go look into the Gullah Geechee. You better go look into the Seminole War. You better go look into the Sand Creek. You better go look into the Battle of Big Horn. Is it the Battle of Big Horn? Let me go and get some more intel, man. Let me go and see what we got here, man, because y'all getting on my nerves. Yeah, Battle of Bighorn? Battle of Bighorn? Not too much? Who's fucking y'all up? Y'all are always getting fucked up. And they try to say, oh, it was just a day. Yeah, it was a long fucking day. Hey, we didn't let up on y'all. We stayed hunting y'all down. We stayed tearing that up. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy, man. Cheyennes were hungry and they stole cattle on several occasions. Troops were dispatched to punish the guilty. Still, the attacks on white settlers and travelers increased in 1863, and the situation in eastern Colorado continued to worsen. In the spring of 1864, hey yo, cool man, it's fucking them up, bro. Simple, bro. Let me find some more, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all all day, man. Let me go here. Let me go right here. Rage swept through the Cheyenne and Arapaho villages. A meeting was held with the Northern Cheyenne and some of the Sioux. The Sioux was part of the Cheyenne band, huh? Did you go get that intel? The summer of warfare began. The Indians raided the Platte River wagon trains. Many white settlers were killed. Estimates run as high as 200, but you know it was way more. We was giving them in hell. Ranches were burned out. Few captives survived. Prisoners of war. But it's time to go home. It's time to leave. Oh, cool. More drop. More shine right here. In mid-August, Governor Evans let Secretary of War Edwin Stanton. They got a Secretary of War. Hey, I'm about to find me one too then. Edwin Stanton know that large bodies of Indians are undoubtedly near to Denver, and we are in danger of destruction, both from attacks of Indians and starvation. I bet. So it wasn't us starving asking for blankets, food. Nah, bro. Y'all had nothing. You came out here as a foreigner. You're stuck here as a foreigner, man. You're not ever going to be a part of the tribe. It's never going to happen. And that's when you knew that you had to say attacks of Indians and starvation. Yeah, bro, because you got not an ounce of blood, Indian blood in your freaking blood set. You understand? You understand me? Your genes have no indigenous, man. You couldn't even go past 5 civilized tribes. You couldn't name me 5 civilized tribes, could you? Could you? Couldn't name me more than 5? Nah, you just gonna name me 5 uncivilized? Don't call us civilized. We still wild, man. We still take your fucking head off with a fucking bow and arrow. We still get a little wild now here and there. Y'all had whole secretaries of war because y'all knew Indians gonna lead to starvation. Their attacks is gonna get crazy. Yo, check this out. Let's go. Action had to be taken. In late September, hey, September's a crazy month. Go get that intel too. Colonel Chivington received a message from General Curtis. I shall require the bad Indians delivered up. Restoration to stop. Also, hostages to secure. Ah, hostages to secure. So in 1865, did you have some of them hostages as slaves? Huh? Talk to me. Talk to me, Curtis. Talk to me, General Curtis. Little General, huh? You hostages to secure? Huh? You had to let them hostages go? Huh? Cool. I want no peace until the Indians suffer more. I fear the agent of the Indian Department will be ready to make presents too soon. No peace must be made without my direction. I bet. I bet. No peace can be made without your direction. Hey, we still waiting on your direction of peace. Hey, yo, your people still don't fuck with us, and we don't fuck with them. So I wish you would come back, get your people, send them home, man. Hey, but y'all go get this intel, man. Hey, on the real, y'all get this intel. Y'all go find out why the chief also admitted that 13 bands of Sioux, some Arapaho, Kiowa, and Comanche, and some of his own Southern Cheyennes were still on the warpath. Still on the warpath because we are warriors. We are not peasants. We are not little weak-minded individuals. We are not black. We are not African American. It's not Africa. This is not. It's not Egypt. Well, it is Egypt. Hey yo, this land over here got crazy Egypt drop. You got crazy Cairo drop. You got crazy Bethlehem and Jerusalem drop. Yeah, I'll go peep game. Evans told Black Kettle that he no longer had the power to negotiate a peace. It was now up to the freaking military, bro. It was now up to the military. So if I come back and I be like, hey, I want my stuff back, it's going to be up to the military again. It's going to be up to the military again. Chivington then rose and addressed Black Kettle and other Cheyenne and Arapaho chiefs at the meeting. I am not a big war chief. Of course you're not, Chivington. Your name's Chivington. You were scared for your foreigners. You and Mr. What's his name? Let me go get that man name, man. Let me go get that man name, man. Governor Evans. We got Governor Evans in here. We got who else was the other governor, man? Who else did we have, man? Governor Curtis. I mean General Curtis. Little General. Talking about some major general. Hey, bro, I got your major general. How about that? I got your major general. I'm trying to make sure I ain't miss another name, man. I feel like I missed that other name. There's another name I missed somewhere in here. Nope, all good. We got Chivington, Curtis. We got the other foreigners. We got another settler. 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 And then we got Governor Evans. Yeah, we said Governor Evans, and then Edwin Stanton. Cool, man. So y'all see what time it is? Y'all see what time it is? Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Cool. Let me read this one for you too, right quick. Someone at the meeting wrote down some of the dialogue in which Black Kettle admitted he had chosen not to come to talk with Evans when he was asked to come in June. But now he wanted the governor to understand that we have made peace. Black Kettle acknowledged he had sent an earlier message that he wanted nothing to do with him or the great father in Washington. Who is that great father? Is that Georgie? Is that you, Georgie? George A. Is that you, buddy? Is that you, buddy? Let me go back down here. Oh yeah, these are the names. Here we go. I'm down here with it. Oh my god, I'm like in a different section. Man, this is all weird. It's like they want us to just, I don't know, back down. I'm not backing down. Are you backing down? Are you gonna back down? Are you gonna be scared about how they're feeling about us? Are you gonna be scared? Or you gonna rep your set? You gonna rep that indigenous moniker? Or you just gonna sit back? Uh, I'm getting way more shiny here though. Maybe I was meant to find artists. Yeah, man. Hey, honestly, y'all go get this shine because it's a whole bunch you gonna have to dig on, man. It's a whole bunch of writing. That's all they did was write a whole bunch. Too much. Too much. Oh, here we go. Was Sand Creek a battle or a massacre? The answer will never be agreed upon by all those who study it, but one piece of uncontested evidence should be given more attention that it has received than it has received. Yeah, that's true. I can get with y'all on that, man. Y'all not too bad, man. But hey, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and get that up, man. Y'all gotta let your people know that we want our stuff back. We coming back for our things, and we're not stopping until we get our things back. We're not stopping until you're gone. We're not stopping until you never come back. We don't ever want y'all back here. We don't even want your descendants back here. Yeah, right. Right. We don't want none of y'all here. Let me see what else I can find, man. Right before I leave, I don't want to leave without giving y'all that juicy stuff, man. I want to give y'all that juice. I had some juice, and I'm about to give y'all that same juice. Cool. Black Kettle, no doubt, suspected that Anthony would strike if he got the necessary manpower, but the chief apparently assumed that peace conditions would exist while he waited for negotiations to take place. Left Hand arrived with some Arapaho lodges, so about 650 or 700 Indians were living along the bend of Sand Creek by the middle of November. Hey man, I'm just trying to be the messenger, man. I just want to learn with y'all. And here it was up. It's right here. It's right here. This is what I was gonna give y'all. Here we go. I am not a big war chief, but all the soldiers in this country are at my command. My rule of fighting white men or Indians is fight them until they lay down with their arms and submit to military authority. Why he a white man talking like this, bro? Why he a white man talking like this, bro? He knew something we didn't. Yeah, y'all go ahead and get that, man. Hey, y'all go ahead and get that. The 13 bands of the suit. It's more. Hey, hey, the suit with the Cheyenne with the Arapaho, the Black Kettle, the Creek. You got the Sand Creek Massacre, was them Creek people, Hey, hey, he added that the Indians could go to Fort Lyon when they are ready to do that. It had to be a complete surrender. Hey, I'm gonna put this link in the description, man. I want y'all to go dig on this intel, get it with your family. Adam G Goddess. Till we talk next time. Hey man, I'm just trying to be the messenger, man. I just want to learn and build with y'all. Y'all pass this along to the fan band. We're gonna link up again. Let me know what intel y'all got in the comments. Let me know how y'all feeling in the comments. Let me know if there's a massacre in your state. Look up one in your state. Put your state and put massacre next to it. See what you get. One love.